We just got back from the train wreck regatta at the Lake Eustis Sailing Club where we had 56 MCs racing. It was a great turnout, a record number for that regatta. It's great to see the enthusiasm and excitement in the MC class right now. Eddie Cox was racing a boat. He ended up winning the event, so back-to-back wins for him. He had a 1-2 on the final day. One of the unique things of this regatta was we had a variety of conditions. We had 2 races in light air, pretty light air. And then we had really nice conditions on Sunday where we had anything from 10 to 15 miles per hour. So some boats had crew, some boats sailed single-handed. So we saw a variety of setups, different things on the race course. What did you pick up on, Eddie?
Yeah, well, we saw the full spectrum of conditions. And I had the Powerzone sail on again, which I sailed throughout the whole event. I sailed in the light air and I sailed in the heavy air. And we hadn't really seen heavy air yet and hadn't really regatta sailed in heavy air with the Powerzone, but I was really happy with how the sail performed, especially in the last race. We had a pretty good chop on the course, and I felt like we always had kind of enough power. I had crew on the boat, so being able to kind of, there were light spots where we weren't fully up hiking and I needed to get power into the sail. And then there were times when, it was 18 and we, couldn't get enough power out of the sail. And being able to use the Cunningham outhaul, bang, drop the Traveler, and shape the sail, throughout that whole range from, we had less than 5 knots on the first day to like I said, 18 knots on the last day. Having that versatility in one sail was really nice. So it's nice to just have, a one-size-fits-all sail that I can use in everything.
Yeah, the Quantum Sail Powerzone we're finding is a sail that you can use in all conditions. If you want to have a one-sail campaign, it definitely was fast in those variety of conditions, not only for you, but for myself as well. And we delivered 12 new sails to the regatta. The people that were sailing with the new sails really enjoyed them. We helped them with tuning and setup, and it was really a beneficial weekend for racing.
I mean, that's one thing I wanted to ask you was you sailed by yourself. I had crew on the last day. You sailed by yourself. What did you feel, how did you feel the sail performed just sailing single-handed? Because a lot of people are, sailing by themselves.
Yeah, the sail was easy to flatten out and depower and to make the boat go fast. I thought the keys to doing that with the Powerzone was to drop the Traveler down much further than I really had done in the past. A lot of Cunningham, good amount of vang, and then in the shots I would ease the main to keep the boat settled down and keep the boat at a constant angle of heel. And I think that's really your goal in that condition. That's how I had the sail set up. I had my boards up probably 2 inches to ease up some of the helm, and the boat was going fast, almost as fast as the guys with crew. But it was a fun day of racing for sure, and I think the new sail is good, really good.
That's one key thing that we were doing on our boat too. And all the new boats have a adjuster on your board plate that allows you to rake your board back. And we had our board raked back quite a bit. We probably had the neck of our board about 2 inches, up from the all the way down position. And that was really, the starboard or the port tack had some pretty big waves as you were sailing up the beat, and being able to have your bow free and not feel like your helm was, forcing the boat up into the wind, being able to drive through the waves was, I think a big key for us, having good speed. So that the raking your board back, I think, is something that not a lot of people are doing, but is a big help, especially when it's very windy. I don't think if it was a steady 14 we would have been doing it, but once those puffs started to come through, it was definitely time to rake our boards back. One thing that I noticed in light air, and I want to ask you about this too, was, the first race was pretty light, and it got very light on the last run, and you sailed from, 15th maybe to 3rd on the final run, and had just, you were going faster than everybody else, you were going the right way. What kind of were your keys in that situation to make that huge comeback and sail around everybody, including myself?
Well, one thing we're finding out with the Powerzone sail is that it's really fast downwind. There's no question about that. And people are noticing that and talking about it. In that light air condition, I was really just focused on keeping my apparent wind forward. So I had the main trimmed in probably halfway, kept the boat heeled up as much as I could, and then just worked the main as I went down the run. As I got pressure, I would run and kind of sail low until the boat kind of flattened out, then I'd come back to it. And just that same old adage, up in the lulls, down in the puffs. There weren't many puffs, but it allowed me to keep the boat moving fast, as opposed to people that were just sailing stagnant with their main sheet trim, kind of hoping for breeze to get them downwind. I think the biggest thing that I found though in the end as I got closer to the group of boats at the finish was in that light air you're sailing a little bit hotter angle. So I had my board down probably halfway, and as I looked at other boats around me, they had their boards all the way up in their downwind position, and I don't think you can get enough bite on the board going downwind in that real light air with it all the way up. So having it down not quite halfway I think was really, really helpful, because the boat would track, and when I get pressure the boat would take off rather than go sideways.
Yeah.
So I think that was a little trick that helped me in that situation.
Yeah. The next regatta for the MCs is the Midwinters at Lake Eustis. Again, it's the final regatta of the Quantum Sails Triple Crown Series, so we're really looking forward to that. If you haven't done any MC sailing this winter, the Midwinters will be the biggest event of all of them. So I'm sure we'll have over 60 boats. It'll be a well-attended, competitive event, so we hope to see everybody there. If you need new sails, parts for the regatta, anything that has to do with the MC, we're happy to accommodate you and get the stuff to the regatta. So hope to see you there.